Why do the Night Kids crash into guardrails? Why does everyone think Takami's car is bad? And the future of Initial D.
Faster, baby! Stop my engine!
So this is the Project D, Initial D official podcast. I'm Nick,
I'm Kevin.
and this podcast we're going to be talking about different topics in Initial D. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so today we're talking about, for this one topic right here, we're talking about why all the Night Kids crash into guardrails.
Oh my gosh, there were so many crashes in guardrails. That was hilarious.
Okay, so the first one that was shown in Initial D was one of Takashi Nakazato's, like he's a member of the Night Kids team. One of his flashbacks of him losing to a car and crashing into the guardrail, and the second one was Nakazato losing to Takami and crashing into the guardrail. The next one is Shingo crashing into the guardrail.
We all know that Shingo one.
Yeah, he won. Yeah, totally. And then the third one was Takashi in stage 2, him versing, going up against the Emperors and him crashing the guardrail again because he was losing his cool and getting really mad. So he's like, and he crashed into, he steered right into it.
And then if you've ever watched the Initial D when Shingo crashed, he always makes this sound.
Yeah, in the Japanese version he does.
And then there's always this familiar line. Now, a 2-car collision.
And then he steers into Takami. Okay, so the reason why Nakazato usually crashes into the guardrails is because he always is so focused on winning that he tends to crack a little and lose his cool, and he's so focused on winning.
And whenever he sees Takami do insane drifts, he goes what the hell?
Yeah, because he hates drifting too. He doesn't even want to drift, because that's how he crashed in the guardrail in the first place.
And by the way, that Shingo crash, that was the only race Shingo's ever done.
Yeah, that's the only one you even see.
He retired after it.
Basically. Well, we didn't know he retired. We don't see him race again, but I don't think he retired.
But he does conduct races, though.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so the reason now that Shingo crashes into the guardrail is...
He technically didn't crash into the guardrail. He essentially tried to take out Takami, and he slammed.
Yeah, so he was about to lose, and he said, the pride of myself is... no winning.
This is what he said before the crash. I challenge him to this death race, and if I lose, I'm gonna I'm gonna look like a loser to the team.
Yeah. So then he said,
8-6 can't escape.
Yeah. Now a 2-car collision. So he tried to steer into the 8-6 Takami's car,
but unlucky for him, they were at a corner,
and he turned right before he slammed into him.
If he conducted that double crash maybe a few seconds before, it would have worked.
Yeah, it would have worked, and Takami and him would have died.
Takami would have probably died, yeah. They would have flew off the mountain.
And so when he crashes, then he makes a really silly face, and he goes, "Blah!"
Yeah. And the reason why he crashed, he's an aggressive racer. He almost killed
one of Takami's friends because
his name?
Itsuki.
I know Itsuki was driving with his girlfriend, and I think Shingo mistook the 8.5 for an 8.6.
Yeah, because they look very similar. They're basically
except for the tip-up lights.
Yeah,
that's the only difference. And Itsuki and his girlfriend crashed. His girlfriend broke up with him after that. I might add, so ripping him. He went into the hospital, and when Takami went into the hospital, he was like, I'm gonna freaking destroy him. And by the way, Shingo almost tried to crash Takami before that double crash, and Shingo got pissed, so he hit the guardrail 5 times.
Oh yeah, Takami,
he lost his cool.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the next topic.
All right, so the next topic we're gonna talk about is that everyone who wanted to race Takami said that they would absolutely destroy him because, quote unquote, he was in a trash 8.6.
Yeah, and the 86 is a very underpowered car.
at the time. Yeah, but unbeknownst to them, Takami's father was one of the best downhill drivers in Okina that
Or
there was.
Probably in Japan.
And in Japan in general, driving an 86. And even before his race with Keisuke Takahashi,
He drove the mountains like
he
every
drove.
day.
It was Takami's son.
No, Bunta.
Bunta's son, excuse me.
That's Takami's dad.
And he was like, and this is Keisuke, what? That's not an 86 that's passing me.
And then he did find out it was an 86 because Takami, Bunta, like Takami's dad.
And Takami, if Takami's friend didn't crash before that race with Keisuke, he would never have raced.
Yeah,
So before, what happened was, I forget his name. What was his name?
Ikatani.
Yeah, so Ikatani was practicing. He didn't see an oncoming car. He crashed, and he couldn't race.
Yeah.
He couldn't race. And
So
so
then
he
he-
asked
Takami's dad.
He asked
to
Takami's
race.
dad to race, and then Takami came up in his position
Yeah,
because if Takami won that race, he was going to be granted
a full tank of gas.
a full tank of cash for his girlfriend.
To take her to the beach. Okay. So basically, Takami's dad was like the best racer, as Kevin said, but Takami was driving the mountain passes, delivering tofu since he was in grade 7. He was in like grade 11, I think, when he started racing. So he practiced like almost every day.
And a few examples of this is the Evo 4 versus the 86.
Oh yeah, he destroyed the Evo 4.
Well, one time he didn't.
That was it against Evo 3.
Oh no, yeah. So Takami was racing the Evo 3 in stage 2, and what happened was his engine blew out.
Yeah, because he was
And
using
Takami's
it.
dad knew that would happen, so he wasn't all too mad. And then the next time that Takami raced him, he destroyed him so bad.
Yeah. In third stage, yeah, that was he
hilarious.
destroyed him. So yeah,
So now, that's all for
this topic. We're gonna
This
move on
topic.
to the next one. All right, guys. So this is the last topic
the
of
first Initial D podcast.
Yeah. So this is about maybe a future Initial D sequel. So the creator of Initial D made like a manga, like kind of like a spiritual manga successor to Initial D called MF Ghost, and it's about like in the very like kind of like near
In the future, in
yeah,
2021, where Takami
Takami and Ryosuke
and Ryosuke are
make like a motorsports team.
Kroger Motorsports, and that's actually at the very end of final stage.
You see Takami
Yeah.
trying to get into it, and Keisuke's already in it.
And he even said it before his final race.
Yeah. So yeah, I think they may make it into an anime. I'm not too sure about that. Some people in the Initial D fandom I know say they actually read the manga and they like it kind of.
And also, is it a rumor though? Is the question.
It's a manga, but it isn't an anime. It might become an anime. It's just a
That's the anime. Well, we have to wait and see, and you never know, they could bring in another stage. That could happen.
rumor. That's very unlikely.
It's very unlikely.
Since MF Ghost is a thing and it's the manga.
And also, if you want to watch the English version of Stage 5 and Final Stage, you won't
It
be able
isn't
to.
there. Funimation hasn't gained the rights to it, so you have to
If
watch.
they do gain the rights again in the future, they probably will make it into a dub.
Yeah.
But for now, it looks like Initial D might get a sequel, and maybe very low chance that it could get a new stage even.
7th stage, I don't think it'll happen. It's a very low.
But let's make
chance.
predictions. Let's make
If
predictions.
7th stage does happen, I think it'll bridge the gap between final stage and MF Ghost. Like, see how they get into motorsports.
And maybe even like some sort of Initial D, and even another idea that I think could happen is Initial D, but with motorsports.
Yeah, that's basically what MF Ghost is.
Alright.
Except there's only 2 Initial D characters in it.
So I think that's the end, and we're running out of time.
So yeah, this was the first Initial D.
The podcast. I'm Kevin,
I'm Nick.
and thank you for listening to our podcast, and we hope to make more in the future.
Yeah.
Join our Discord of Project D, and make sure you join the subreddit
Yeah.
Initial D.
Yeah. I'm a
Sign it.
moderator on that, by the way.
I got no impression. This thought is made by imitation.